it's time for the third annual City Wrestling Radio Awards with presenters from all of your favorite wrestling podcasts. And now give a warm round of applause to our hosts for the evening, Corey Smith and Jose Oseguera.
What is going on, everybody? This is City Wrestling Radio, and this is the third annual City Wrestling Radio Awards, where we celebrate the very best in pro wrestling in the year 2020. You know what? There was actually some good stuff this year, and we're here to talk about it. You know, this is the awards. We didn't pick the awards this year. You know, each year we usually just pick the awards and who we give them out to. But this year we let the vote up to you at home. If you are mad at the winners this year, frankly, for like male wrestler of the year or tag team of the year, or hell, even like best on the mic, then it's your fault at home because you need to vote more.
Your vote counts.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm your host. I'm Corey Smith. I'm in the Diamond Studio 2.0 with my most elegant co-host, Mr. Jose Oseguera. He's right over there.
How's everybody doing? How are you doing, sir? Welcome to the third annual award. Who would have thought we had made it this far?
Some would say it's the fourth annual, but who's counting, right?
I'm CWR excited. Let's go.
You're right. The CWRs is what I like to call it. We're here to celebrate the very best of pro wrestling in the year of 2020. If you like what you hear today, if you agree, disagree, or just, you like the sound of our voices, because frankly, I love the sound of my voice. Click the subscribe button down at the bottom, click the notify button, and hell, check us out on social media, on Instagram and Facebook at City Wrestling Radio, and on Twitter at CWR415. So I don't want to waste any time. I know we're celebrating so much tonight. We have special guests galore. It's not just me and you presenting awards tonight. We got more people showing up. All right. And, like I said, we have so many awards tonight. Let's get right into it. Our first award tonight is actually, you're taking this one.
That's right. What we're doing now is we're looking at all the young rising stars of your 2020 rosters. Not necessarily a rookie of the year, but somebody that's having kind of a breakout year. Somebody who is taking the reins during these COVID times. And we've had many nominations, but the true winner chosen by you this year is...
Ooh, who is it?
El Hijo del Rey Mysterio Jr.
Wow.
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio is definitely a good pick for Rising Star of the Year. My personal pick, John Silver of the Dark Order, Johnny Hungy. He's really made his own in being the elite. He's taken something and just fucking to the moon with it. What did you think though for the Rising Star Award? Who did you think?
Dominic did get my Rookie of the Year, but we don't have that award this year. So my pick for Rising Star is actually one Britt Baker, who's taken the AEW's women's division by storm and is your female top heel, maybe even your top star over Ashita. So my pick would have gone to, or did go to, Britt Baker.
Yeah. And, Dominic Mysterio, like I said, he's coming to his own. He's looked good in the ring. A lot of people come into this wrestling business as children of professional wrestlers, and they think, oh, I got it, whatever, I'll get in there, and are subpar and cannot compare to their parents. And frankly, right now, Dominic cannot compare to his father, Ray.
Oh, no.
But he is forming his own mold, I think.
Rookie of the Year, the kid has a ton of potential. He oozes potential.
Yeah. And just a couple of what do you call it? Honorable mentions is Damian Priest, who was also nominated, Chris Bay. Somebody nominated a bunch of wrestlers I don't know, though. Ricky Starks and I'm going to try to say it. Che Koshikawa. So Shay Koshikawa, you got fans out there in the City Wrestling Radio universe.
Yeah, and Mac Truck Hobbs.
No. Will Hobbs was not nominated for this award.
No, he was not, but, honorable mention.
Yeah, Will Hobbs is definitely a rising star, but he is nominated for most potential in 2021, so we will get there.
We'll get there.
All right. Let's move on to our next award. Our next award is one that I'm going to have to pull up on my Command Center phone, which is Best on the Mic. Come on, Jose. You let me present best. I know I am. I just have done. We don't even need the ballots right now.
Tear it up. I dare you. I double dare you.
It's my only one, so I can't get rid of it.
Physical challenge. Oh, okay.
All right. But best on the mic. I think there was a lot of people that could have been, nominated for this. The actual nominees are MJF from All Elite Wrestling, Chris Jericho also of All Elite Wrestling, both in the same stable. Pat McAfee from NXT, Samoa Joe on the main roster in WWE. I know you nominated Samoa Joe. I hate to pull the curtain back there.
It's okay.
But I'm going to ask, why did you nominate Samoa Joe? You told me.
Even though he's an announcer, he still counts. He actually gets more on airtime than your regular stars. Mm-hmm. So he has to perpetuate more charisma and keep his, it's hard talking on the mic. It's hard right now being a little bit stony to talk on the mic.
Yeah.
So
it's like you did this already tonight.
Yeah. This is the second time. And then we got to give their opinion twice. Samoa Joe's just been very solid and very entertaining every week. He's the one highlight that you look forward to.
Yeah. And then also Eddie Kingston of All Elite Wrestling. I think Eddie Kingston, I will say this, I think best on the mic, I did nominate him because I think he has a different, he's a little different. He's just more real on the mic. He talks like a regular person. Mm-hmm. He's mad. He looks at the camera guy. He says, "Get the F out of my ring. You don't deserve to be here."
Well, like they say, the best character is you amplified by 100. So you definitely know he's amplified by 100.
And the winner for Best on the Mic 2020 in the City Wrestling Radio Awards is. That's why I didn't win. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston. A round of applause. Like I said, he debuted this year in All Elite Wrestling.
How long ago?
Was it June?
Was it June? I thought it was a little bit closer to.
Well, that's when he got the TNT title shot against Cody Rhodes. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So that was his first match, and I actually had to be reminded of that because I kind of forgot myself. I thought the Battle Royal, or was it the Casino Battle Royal?
Yeah, no, he already had a few. He had the Cody match.
Exactly. So this was very close between your pick and my pick. So Samoa Joe was very close to winning this, but it actually had to go to the Council of Elders in the City Wrestling Radio. So that's how close this one was to call. So, all right.
The next award is Best Cinematic Match of 2020. What can't be said about cinematic matches in 2020? You had
it was the birth. It was the birth of cinematic match. Well, not the birth.
Well, no, not the birth, but it's reached its peak.
Yeah, definitely.
It's hitting its stride. So you had a Hardy one this year, correct? Earlier in the year.
Yeah, I believe so. Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy.
Yeah. And then we had the football stadium match.
Stadium Stampede, yeah.
We had a graveyard match or a boneyard match.
Whatever the fuck anyone wants to call it.
Or it also looked like that. What's that? It was like a barnyard match, a buckhouse brawl.
Yeah. Well, it looked, it could be, they could have parked the truck that Dustin Runnels and whoever fought on in WCW. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like the back of the truck match.
Yeah.
They were blading. They got fired.
The trailer hitch match. So, who do you think Or who did you vote for
in
the cinematic match of the year?
My personal pick for best cinematic match of the year was not
listed. It was not nominated.
Well, it was nominated because fuck, I wrote the list. But mine was the corporate Money in the Bank, just because it was just a little goofy. You know what I mean? Like there were little things like. One of my favorite moments of that match, and I know it's stupid, but was when Dana Brooke grabbed the money, like the fake Money in the Bank off the top, like in the office room. And she's like, I won. Yes. And Stephanie is like at her house, but she like records the video and she's like, that's not the Money in the Bank, you know?
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
Taken straight from the video game too.
Yeah. So I legit thought I thought that was I know in my heart that was my best cinematic match of the year. What did you think?
Did we have a cinematic match at WrestleMania this year?
Oh, wasn't there like what was the Randy Orton Edge one? They had one at WrestleMania. No, that was really bad.
That was SummerSlam. When was the Cena Bray Wyatt the Fiend match?
That was WrestleMania. That was the Firefly Funhouse.
Is mine. Yeah. So that is my pick.
It was fun. A lot of people hated it though. A lot of people did.
I loved it.
Like hated it.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I thought that was really cool symbolism and pokes at different storylines.
I did not get why fucking John Cena was in NWO gear. I know it was like, well, John Cena turning heel, but why NWO? Like, why is like the ultimate epitome of going heel the NWO?
Is because it was the imagery compared to the heel turn,
like the Hogan,
one Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Comparing the magnitude of that turn would have been equal.
All right.
Okay, but the winner of the CWRE goes to the Boneyard match featuring AJ Styles and one aging Undertaker.
The Undertaker and AJ Styles. It probably was regarded as like the best cinematic match this year because they kind of had a match in a cinematic universe. I think a lot of people can't mentally grasp things like the Firefly Funhouse match. Or even like corporate Money in the Bank, or even the Stadium Stampede, because like, let's face it, people are just so focused on what wrestling should be. Like, what wrestling? Like, there's like, okay, let's take the Firefly Funhouse match. A lot of people looked at that and go, wait, so John Cena like willingly put on an NWO shirt and came out to the ring. I'm like, no, dude, like how can Undertaker shoot a fireball? It's because it's fantasy. It's a fantasy fucking world. You know what I mean? So things like in the Firefly Funhouse, I mean, it's obvious, like what's happening. It's like something from Batman or something. So
they're called cinematic matches for a reason.
Yeah.
When you get thrown into a lake of reincarnation, you don't get reincarnated.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Well, Gregory Helms did. From the Hurricane to
Shane,
was it lowly reporter Shane Helms? So, well, congratulations, AJ Styles and Undertaker. You put on the best cinematic match of 2020. Shall we continue?
Let's
continue on with show of the year. Show of the year. It's hard. This used to be a category called pay-per-view of the year. Because let's face it, like you would have to pay $40 or, like I know on WWE, but ever since the WWE Network came out, it's not a pay-per-view anymore. Like you're paying $9.99 a month. New Japan World,
technically, yeah.
At New Japan World, you're paying, $10 a month as well, given the exchange rate at the time.
Well, if you don't subscribe to their services, then what you do is you buy that single show, right?
Yeah, no, people still do that.
Yeah.
So like I said, this was something that was, highly controversial because there were so many things that happened this year. The nominees for show of the year are Wrestle Kingdom 14, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Royal Rumble 2020 from WWE by WWE, AEW Dynamite, and that's probably why we named this show of the year, because like a really good show can be nominated for a weekly show. AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming,
I will give AEW props for making their free shows come off as quality pay-per-view shows. That's why they earned that award, I think.
I agree with you.
This COVID world that we live in now.
Yeah, they really like they're putting everything out there. The one thing I worry about is like, are they putting too much out there?
No, you know what? I think it works. What they're doing is working right because they actually hype that show. They treat it as a pay-per-view. So instead of, juicing you for money, what they're doing is they're building stories and finalizing on they know people are cash strapped. They know, things aren't as we're looking for escapism, and they're helping along with that. And they're doing a great job of providing us with hours of entertainment.
Yeah. The G1 Climax, day 13, we had 2 5-star matches. It was probably the best night of the G1 this year.
Anytime there's a G1, you're guaranteed at least. You know how you're guaranteed at least a prize in the Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You're gonna get at least 1 5-star match in each G1 show.
Yeah. Some honorable mentions for this category are apparently Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. Wrestle Princess.
Okay, if you say so. Send me those VHS tapes and I'll let you know.
WrestleMania 36 and AEW Double or Nothing. So the winner of Show of the Year is... My card's upside down. I can't read it like that. Come on. New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 14. Wow, they had two shows up to be nominated. And Wrestle Kingdom 14 took it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of unfair. You know what I mean? And a little bit, because
they have Will Ospreay. That's unfair.
Well, yeah, Will Ospreay, but this was pre-pandemic and it was 2 nights. You know what I mean? That stadium was packed.
This was January
4th and 5th of last year. Yeah. The stadium was packed. They had some incredible matches, and I mean, it was pre-pandemic, so anything pre-pandemic is automatically this year. First off, it feels like it was from last year. Secondly, it's just going to outshine anything this year.
Yeah, that's kind of why I went with the Rumble myself. But because, it's pre-pandemic and nothing beats a good old Rumble, which will we be seeing really soon.
Yeah. Well, you and I will be seeing 2 Rumbles this year.
Oh, joy.
Technically, we're not reviewing the modern day one, but 98, 99.
Yeah, but we'll watch, yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so
it's going to be a good one.
From Show of the Year, we move on. And speaking of the Royal Rumble, we move on to Surprise of the Year.
Oh, there's been many surprises this year. Who can forget the infamous reveal that Paul Heyman was behind Roman Reigns' newest attitude adjustment? Who can forget Edge making his one-time, I hate to say one-time.
What? One time? He wrestled like 2 other matches.
And he made like his return both times, 2 or 3 times. It's like he came in, and that was the surprise. But then he went away again because he got hurt. Then he came back, and then he got hurt again. And then he's going to come back and then get hurt again.
Yeah. Leon Ruff winning the North American title, given, it was a surprise. Yeah. One honorable mention I want to give a shout out to real quick is Roman Reigns veneers.
That was your surprise?
That, honestly, how surprising was that? When Roman Reigns came out to SmackDown, he had like the straightest, whitest teeth ever. And
yeah,
he's just like,
I did.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I can't even do it. My teeth are so crooked and
yeah. I was very shocked, very surprised by our new guest, Roman Reigns' teeth. So yeah, but our viewers, our friendly neighborhood fans,
landslide victory too,
decided to go with the Edge return. And you know what? They're right. We all got goosebumps when he came back.
Dude, like if I can go back to the message I sent you guys, like on the Slack during the Rumble, like I was like, oh my God. Ah! Like I was like that guy. Did you see that video of that guy when Sting returned? Like he's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Sting's here, Sting's, oh my god, Sting's here, oh my god.
I was having a kick out of all the. Oh, I forgot to mention Sting as a surprise. But yeah, it's Sting is. I just got more feels when Edge came back. Yeah. I guess because it was in front of a live crowd. And,
and the Rumble, like that's the thing is the Rumble will always do it to you because it's like 10, 9, 8, and you're like, fuck man, fuck, who's coming? And then 1, and you're like, oh my god,
yeah. You think you know me?
It's gotta be Edge.
So yeah, that was I'm getting goosebumps right now from that. So,
it was a great moment. I fucking loved it. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. All right. So
this is a biggie.
We're starting to get into the bigger categories here. We are going into match of the year for 2020. I mean, there was actually a lot of good matches this year. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people actually wrote in some votes too. So,
let's hear a couple of those.
Yeah, let's real quick. I'll give the honorable mentions. Kazuchika Okada versus Kota Ibushi, Wrestle Kingdom 14. The Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz, AEW Dynamite. Don't know the date. It cuts it off before. I don't want to click anything because my video is going to lag.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Asuka.
I'm surprised about that. What?
Asuka versus Sasha Banks, SummerSlam 2020. I wonder who voted for that. And actually, no, because then we have Mei Segura versus Mitsuru Kano from, I think, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. It was probably, the person I was thinking of voted for the Asuka match, I think voted for that one.
Yeah.
But the official nominees for this category are Walter versus Ilya Dragunov, NXT UK. Hiromu Takahashi versus Will Ospreay, Wrestle Kingdom 14, Night 1. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks, AEW Revolution 2020. Really?
Yeah, it was all right. It was good. Match of the year. Nah.
Yeah. What did you think for match of the year, Jose?
It's very hard to say because I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of New Japan, and I know I would have picked a Will Ospreay match. I'm going to and I'm going off the top of my head now because I don't remember who I picked for this particular match. You know what? I had the most fun.
I don't think you actually picked one.
And I probably didn't pick one. I had the most fun. Like something that comes to mind is, of course, the cinematic match with John Cena and Bray Wyatt.
Wow!
Just because it was so different, so fun. It wasn't your normal Fiend match. Remember how we used to get those squash matches almost where he would no-sell everything? Yeah. That was horrible. This was a change of pace from that.
Giant mallet in a red cage.
Yeah, see I'm glad this took a departure. I'm glad this is the last time we saw John Cena. It speaks volumes to the match.
You ever see the John Cena YouTube video where the guy tries to talk to him in the store?
No.
John Cena is so polite even when he wants to tell somebody to fuck off. He is like, sir, I asked you a bunch of times to stop filming, and you refused to do that. I don't know why you're still filming. I think it's very disrespectful. Have a good day.
He didn't say it with a smile?
No.
Okay. He was being stern.
Oh, yeah. John Cena is a total does he have a kid coming?
I think so.
Okay. My personal pick of this category is Hiromu Takahashi versus Will Ospreay, Wrestle Kingdom 14, Night 1.
If I saw that, I would have picked that.
I feel bad because I'll be honest. I think Will Ospreay's the things we hear about him are kind of shady. You know what I mean? So I try not to praise him as much, but I can't deny his ability.
The guy's a fucking athlete, dude.
Yeah. And now, he's forming his own stable with Jeff Cobb, his girlfriend Bea Priestley.
I did not hear this.
And and Jeff Cobb.
That sounds
the Empire.
Amazing. That sounds effing amazing.
The Great O'Karn, though. That guy.
What do you think the countdown is for him to show up in AEW? Pretty
Ospreay,
close, right? Yep.
Ospreay loves Japan. That's the
sure,
thing.
but you know how they have that working relationship, and you know how it
Not
seems
yet.
like AEW. Okay, well they have a semi relationship, and it looks like AEW is actually branching out a lot, especially with this Omega Impact stuff.
Yeah.
So I totally see an invasion coming.
Well, the first step is the Impact title for Kenny Omega, and I mean, what is next after Kenny Omega has the AEW title, the
He
Triple A,
the AAA title,
the AAA title, and the Impact title? I mean, all signs point to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's already held the title once. The question is, does New Japan Pro Wrestling want Kenny Omega as their champion again? That's the thing, is you have to convince all these companies that you want Kenny Omega as your champion. So,
yeah, well, the collecting jewels like Thanos is a great selling point.
Yeah, absolutely.
The highest grossing movie of all time.
And the winner for Match of the Year 2020 is, and speaking of Kenny Omega and Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks, AEW Revolution 2020. Wow. I mean, this is a pretty fucking good match. It was
but you could have,
it was it was
a good match.
It was pretty, and if you, before we were pandemic era and we were on YouTube, we did a podcast, you know what I mean, in my room. And just listen to our co-host Michael Vergara talk about this match. He goes on about how he loved this match because it was a great match. I think it was like 5.25 stars. You know
what?
Yeah.
Wow. This is.
He was either 5.25 or 5.5.
And the next award of most overrated match goes to.
Wow.
It was good. I barely.
It was good.
That.
It was good.
I mean, I wasn't on the edge of my seat like, wow, this is some amazing stuff. No.
I remember the street fight between the best friends versus Santana Ortiz more than I remember Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page versus the Bucks. But that's just because I know what I like. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I'm gonna like fucking street fights 100 times more than just a pure wrestling match. My dad would like the pure wrestling match. And me,
the Casino Battle Royal was pretty effing amazing too.
That was good. That was a good match. Yeah. Alrighty.
Surprises, twists and turns.
Did you know about the Casino Battle Royal? You know who was supposed to be the wild card, like the actual number, like the Joker?
Yeah, I don't remember, but I remember
Nick Gage.
knowing about it. Yeah.
Nick Gage, who, if you don't remember, smashed a bunch of light tubes over the back of David Arquette a few years back in Los Angeles, and then the light tube glass hit me in the arm, and I was like, with my jacket, I literally blocked it. I was okay.
You told me you were there.
I literally. Are you joking? Wait, are you joking or not?
I'm joking.
Okay. Because literally the glass, I had to block it with my arm.
With your Captain America shield.
Exactly. Captain all country shield because, sorry, my grape juice. Anyway.
Okay, so the next award focuses more on 2021 and not 2020, and it is the most potential. Presenting that award is
we got Jay Rudo of the Rudos Podcast.
City Wrestling Radio fam, what is going on? It's your boy Jay here, host of the RudoCast. I am here to present the Most Potential of 2021 award, and your nominees are Thunder Rosa, Bianca Belair, Powerhouse Will Hobbs, Dominic Mysterio, and Switchblade Jay White. And your winner for Most Potential of 2021 is Powerhouse Will Hobbs, East Palo Alto Zone, representing Northern California on the national stage. I am excited to see what Will Hobbs is going to do in All Elite Wrestling in 2021. And my personal pick for Most Potential, I'm going with a dark horse, a sleeper. That's right, Shota Umino, Shooter, John Moxley's little buddy. I'm predicting he comes back from a shortened excursion in 2021 and lights New Japan on fire as their potential next ace. If you want to hear bold predictions like that, check out the Rudos Podcast, rudospodcast.co. We're on your favorite podcasting platform. Add us on YouTube. Go search for the Rudos Podcast so you can subscribe and find out when we drop new videos. social media, Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all at Rudos Podcast. And finally, if you still got a gift you got to get for that Rudo in your life, check out this sweet Rudos merch. You can find it at prowrestlingtees.com/Rudos Podcast. City Wrestling Radio, thank you for having me on to present this award, and I look forward to seeing you in 2021.
Wow. Will Hobbs winning most potential in 2021. You know, I gotta say, he's got willpower. He's the powerhouse, Will Hobbs. You know, I feel biased, a little biased in a sense.
Sure.
Because he's from All Pro Wrestling here in the Bay Area. He's from Palo Alto. He's a Bay Area native.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's earned it, you know. I think, you know, I feel bad. I hope he doesn't have to job out to Sting, but I think it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, yeah.
Especially after Dynamite when he like went up to Sting and was like, "What's up, Sting? You want to fight?"
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Hey, Will Hobbs, get back. Come on." But
a couple holes in his game, but, you know, it's early. He has a ton of potential, just like Dominic Mysterio I mentioned earlier is oozing potential. Jeff Cobb, another oozing potential, and it's going to be a breakout star one day. But yeah, I'll, you know, whatever you guys pick, I'm with you.
Yeah, no, I agree. Will Hobbs, hey, congratulations, most potential.
It's a good time for pro wrestling, I gotta say.
Hey, you know,
there's a lot of young stars. You know, the aging stars are starting to retire, and they're giving a chance for, you know, these younger cats to, you know, fill in the gaps.
Part of Team Taz. So with Hook. Yeah, that's funny. That's Taz's son. You know that, right?
No, I did not know.
Yeah, Hook.
What?
The guy in the hoodie and like that looks like he's 12 in a hoodie and like oversized jeans. That's Taz's son.
Wow.
Hook. His name's Hook.
Hook. Like the old time carnies used to call each other, the hookers.
All right. Let's get into our next award with we're getting into the big three now. You know, now we're getting there. Female, because I think this is like the main event. All three of them are the main event. Mm-hmm. Tag Team of the Year, Female Wrestler of the Year, and Male Wrestler of the Year. Because honestly, like you can't put one above the other. So,
yeah, but we did have, there was a point in CWR history where we did have a Wrestler of the Year that included either male or female talent. But this year we wanted different routes. We wanted a couple more nominations and, you know, expand our searches. So we went with Female of the Year award.
Yeah, Female of the Year, Wrestler of the Year.
Female Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah. Before I present our presenter presenting the award, Jesus Christ, I want to give a quick shout out to some of the honorable mentions of this category. May Segura, who I've actually heard of. I've heard that name before. So somebody voted for May Segura. Deonna Purrazzo, Asuka, which I know who voted for Asuka. And the actual did you vote for Asuka? No, come on.
No, I didn't.
The actual nominees for this award are Bayley from WWE, Thunder Rosa from the National Wrestling Alliance,
Hell of a Year,
Hikaru Shida from All Elite Wrestling.
That's my girlfriend.
Sasha Banks. Actually, it was Kenny Omega's former girlfriend, Hikaru Shida.
How dare you?
Hey, you know what? Don't judge people by who they used to date, Jose.
You're right.
Judge them by who they're dating now. Which isn't me. Sasha Banks, WWE, and Britt Baker, AEW. So, presenting the award for Female Wrestler of the Year is Cindy G from the BulletCast and NoDQ.com. Cindy G, what do you got?
Thank you. The year 2020 has been the most challenging years of all man and womankind. Whether it's from the rising increase of the pandemic, to the social injustice movement, to the political mind games that really affected everybody, giving them stress and anxiety and frustration, and especially one movement that shook the whole wrestling community, the Speaking Out movement. These women spread so much message, whether you're a wrestler, an in-ring crew, or just a fan. We all stick together as one, continuing on to support one another, not just as a gender, but as a human being. These ladies paved their way through so many triumphs, from sold-out show with fans to an empty arena, to some that has fans that's either amongst the talent or the in-ring crew, and later on bring in a lower capacity of fans, or within a virtual reality settings. These ladies brought their A game, brought their creativity and their athleticism to entertain everybody during these hardest time of the year. I'm here to present to you guys the Female Wrestler of the Year. Here are the nominees. From WWE, Bayley. From AEW, Hikaru Shida. From WWE, Sasha Banks. Freelancer, Thunder Rosa. And from AEW, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And the winner for Female Wrestler of the Year goes to... Wow, you guys. Thunder Rosa! Congratulations, Thunder Rosa, for becoming the City Wrestling Radio 2020 Female Wrestler of the Year.
Thunder Rosa, congratulations. You won the CWRE for 2020. You know,
She'd beat Nyla Rose.
What was that?
She'd beat Nyla Rose clean.
It's Nyla
That's
Rose,
huge.
dude.
That's huge.
Is it? Like, I don't know.
I mean, in their universe, I don't see any special.
Like, I feel like Thunder Rosa made just like a tremendous splash in wrestling.
She did make a big leap. She went from obscure who to Thunder Rosa in a matter of a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as the NWA Women's Champion at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she had her picture on the belt. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. So me being a mark is ruining my journalistic view. You're right.
You know,
my bad.
No. It's you know, we all have our honest opinions here at City Wrestling Radio, especially the City Wrestling Radio Awards. There's you got what you like, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you make a solid argument, man. So
let's continue.
You made a fan out of me. How about that, Thunder?
Let's continue with Tag Team of the Year. And you know what? Before we have our presenter present this award, I just want to give not even a quick shout out. Who did you think won this award? Just real quick, because our presenter has all of the details.
Who do I think would win?
There were so many people
because of
shout outs too.
The fans and what have you. The Young Bucks.
I think
is number one. Paige and Omega, I would think, is number two.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I think this is the year of tag team wrestling. I think AEW really made tag team wrestling not a thing, because it's obviously it was a thing before, but they really made it the vocal point
of Dynamite. Yeah.
Of Dynamite, of a lot of their shows. And they made people think that okay, tag team wrestling, like I said earlier, Santana and Ortiz versus the Best Friends. You have, Kenny Omega and Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks winning match of the year. There
is no other than one team I can think of specifically. There is no jobber team on AEW.
You're right.
There is no. These guys are going to get squashed up today.
Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. I mean, I guess they're the closest thing to it.
Yeah. Or what you call it? The South African kids. What are they called?
The South African. TH2.
Yeah.
The hybrid too, which they actually have the bangingest theme song ever. Because I think they actually made it. I think they're like DJs, yeah. I could be wrong.
They look like DJs. They look like some Eastern European DJs.
All right. Now presenting the award for Tag Team of the Year is the co-host of what used to be the B Show here at City Wrestling Radio, Mr. Michael Vergara. Take it away, Michael.
What a year. It has been a year of ups, downs, flips, flops, corkscrews, and didgeridoos. But regardless, I'm here. I'm Michael Vergara, and presenting to you the Tag Team of the Year for the CWREs 2020. The nominees are the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, The New Day, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston, because I was about to say Big E, but he's not a part of that anymore in any official capacity. The Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, The North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, the Golden Role Models, Bailey and Sasha Banks, Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Lucha Bros, or the Best Friends. I think they just combined this in this nomination list. And Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. And the winner for Tag Team of the Year for the CWREs are FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. Give yourself a round of applause there. What I have is actually a breakdown of the pie chart that was actually sent to me. Thank you so much, Corey. Look at this. Look at that. The North, or the Golden Role Models. I think it's the North because I'm colorblind. Taking a 15.8. I think that's North. 10.5 for the Young Bucks, 15.8 for the New Day, 31.6, and a commanding lead for FTR. Not a lot for Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. That was argued that they were really high up on my list. In fact, I thought they were going to win that thing, but my personal pick would actually be the Young Bucks, but I digress. But yeah, the people have spoken. A banner year for tag teams because, they need more bodies. And what can we do with more bodies? Let's just let's present those matches, huh? 2v2s, 3v3s, hell, even 7v7s. That's just how it goes, I guess. Anyway, congratulations to all the nominations. It's an honor to be nominated. Am I right? Is that what they say? That's what they all say, right? But yeah, no, I'm taking it back to you, Corey. I'm Michael Vergara, co-host of the B Show. Whenever we do it. And I'll just take it back to you. Thank you for having me present this. Again, FTR, your winners of Tag Team of the Year, CWREs 2020. And I will see you on the next one.
Wow. Who would have thought? FTR?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
FTR winning Tag Team of the Year. As Michael said, they weren't even in the match of the year. You know what, though? I will say this. They did make a huge impact in wrestling this year. Going from WWE, finally making that move to AEW, showing up. They had a pickup truck.
Yeah.
I mean, how many wrestlers came to the ring in a pickup truck?
Yeah, and how this wasn't nominated as Surprise of the Year is beyond me. Especially if you get picked.
Exactly.
Tag Team of the Year.
But the fans chose it, and not in a landslide victory. I think it was pretty split. As Michael went through the statistics, we had a bunch of votes. 50% went to the New Day. I thought, now that I think about it,
how did New Day win Tag of the Year? This is their worst year on record.
Yeah, but it's the New Day.
Yeah,
I think the New Day are just yeah, but it's the New Day. They're kind of
they're gonna get nominated all the time, just from here to infinity, even if they've broken up 3 times.
Yeah, well, they didn't break up 3 times. I mean,
no, I'm saying in the future.
Yeah,
they're gonna be broken up, and someone's gonna still say New Day.
Yeah, and let's move on to our next and final, last but not least, category of the night. This is Wrestler of the Year in the male category. Before I introduce our presenter, let me just go through the nominations real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The official nominated people for this award were Kenny Omega, AEW,
Of course.
Roman Reigns, WWE, who actually Roman Reigns had a great year, a fucking great year. Like I have never liked Roman Reigns more than I do right now.
Yes. The tribal leader is the best Roman Reigns.
It's the best Roman Reigns. Oh my God. Yes. Him with his veneers. I want to be him. I want to tell people to sit at my table. I'm like, hey guys, would you sit at my table? No. Okay. Bye. Jay White, New Japan Pro Wrestling. What's your decent year?
No, dude, he's having an amazing year. I think he's grown from upper mid card, breaking through main event into a leader.
Yeah,
he is a leader now.
And the final official nominee for this award is Jon Moxley of AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Now, presenting this award is one of our good friends here at City Wrestling Radio. Sorry, I'm just so excited tonight that I'm just slurring my words and my lips are purple. Presenting this award is our good friend of City Wrestling Radio, Mr. Phillip of the BulletCast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the microphone messiah here, Phillip Antoine, and I am so honored to be presenting the Male Wrestler of the Year award for City Wrestling Radio. My claim to fame is the BulletCast. You can find it on wherever you listen to podcasts. So, with that being said, let's get into it. The nominees for Male Wrestler of the Year are Jay White, Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, and Jon Moxley. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner for Male Wrestler of the Year for City Wrestling Radio is Jon Moxley. Wow! Moxley had an awesome 2020, becoming AEW World Champion at Revolution back in February before the world shut down. And I mean, he had a great run, beating Brody Lee, Jake Hager, Eddie Kingston, and anybody else that would come after him for the championship. So that's awesome. He deserves it 100%. And I'd just like to thank the guys at City Wrestling Radio for having me on to present this award. It's a huge honor. And hopefully we can collab some more in 2021. And I know 2020 hasn't been great for any of us due to the pandemic and everything else that's been going on in the world. But hopefully you're ending it with a bang, spending the holiday season with your loved ones and just trying to have a good time and get an escape from reality. Thank you guys so much. Please, if you can, follow The BulletCast on Instagram, The BulletCast on YouTube, at BulletCast on Twitter, and follow our Patreon at BulletCast. Please, $5 tiers, and you can hear some unreleased audio from you boys over on my pod. Thank you guys so much. This is a great honor. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's been through ups and down matches. He's been into technical matches. He's been into brawler matches, mostly brawler. He's been thrown through tables, chairs, ladders. He's cut himself. Was that this year that he caught a staph infection? No, that was last year, right?
Yeah, that was last year.
He's been thrown through the ringer, and he keeps coming back. Still your current New Japan U.S. champion, correct?
Yeah, no, he's still the U.S. champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, this guy.
Which, Tony Khan, hey, buddy, I'm talking to you right there. I know you're watching. Mm-hmm. Okay? He's going to show up in New Japan. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with me. Okay? Mm-hmm. I know you told us he wasn't. I know what's up. I know you wrestling promoters working us. You. All right.
100%.
But what did you think? You think you like Jay White this year?
Jon Moxley, a close number 2, just because of the current gimmick that's going around. Collecting belts. Is your Kenny Omega tag champion as well? But it was a very rocky 2020 for Omega, so he wouldn't have taken that from me. Chris Jericho, again, another one who carried the AEW title early on.
He was my pick last year.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He was amazing last year. Yeah. This year he didn't fall off too much, but Jon Moxley just overworked him.
Yeah. And a couple honorable mentions for this category. I didn't get to give him a shout out earlier. Are Josh Alexander of Impact Wrestling? Okay,
sure.
Don't really agree with that, but hey, you got some fans out there, Mr. Alexander, and of DDT Pro Wrestling, English pro wrestler. Just reading off the Wikipedia. Mr. Chris Brooks.
All right. Thanks for voting for yourself, bro. You're a fan. We appreciate you.
You know, I wouldn't mind that. I would like if Chris Brooks voted for himself. So.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, you know, what a year we've had, 2020.
What a tough year to rank, right?
Jesus Christ.
COVID just made it difficult to enjoy wrestling. WWE writers have made it difficult to enjoy wrestling.
I think that comes like, that's the worst. Like, WWE has, like, writers have ruined wrestling more than COVID ruined wrestling. And please, at home, please don't get pissed at me saying that. But I'm just saying, WWE writers suck. I'm never going to apply for a WWE job, so I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. They suck.
Yeah. And they do a disservice to the wrestlers that they have and the talent that they have. And then all of a sudden they're getting released. Releasing wrestlers during a pandemic.
Yeah.
That effing sucks.
And when they are making their set 10 times bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, we need fans on screens. So you know, I should have put a fucking Thunderdome back behind me instead.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a reason why Thunderdome wasn't nominated for anything. Because Thunderdome fucking sucked.
Yeah. It was my idea too. If you looked at Twitter, I told them to do that.
I mean, I don't doubt it. They probably watch the show. I'm sure Vince and Pritchard sit down each week and they watch our what do these guys think of 22 years ago today?
You know where they're botching it. It's the piped in audio. That's where the mistakes are happening. If they stayed away from that and use the audio off the computers off of their fans, we'd get a way more
I don't know though.
Authentic fan feel.
Okay.
You just turn the volume.
Here's the thing.
The channel's down on all of them.
Here's the thing. Think about a crowd full of people, like an arena full of people. Think about going to. Remember when we were at SmackDown, all of us at City Wrestling Radio. Remember how people were just like, just screaming their asses off. Now think of people in their homes. Like I'm not gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna be like,
dude, a lot of those
people go Roman. So you're gonna get like a stadium.
A lot of those people are.
Yeah.
Well, they're acting.
Yeah. No, it could happen. I hate the piped in audio. I will say this because I was watching, was it Raw earlier this week? And you know, when Miz does the whole, this is Miz TV, and the crowd says it with him. They piped in that. Like they were like, Miz TV. I'm like, oh God.
That was from an episode from like 2008.
That's so horrible. So bad. Well, I think that about does it here for us tonight.
What an exciting 2020.
Let me I'm gonna break out a song real quick. And no, I'm not gonna break out a song. But I took the microphone off, so I might as well hold it for a second. I think that about does it here for us tonight. Thank you. If you're still watching us, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my ramblings of a madman in a Macy's. In case anybody wants to know, that's where Chris Jericho is getting all of his jackets from. It's Macy's. That's where I got this one from. So
Macy's, the light section.
The what was that?
The light section. You know, the jackets with all the lights, or in the lighting section.
Well, he had those, but then remember for AEW this year, he just kept coming out in like different, like really cheesy jackets.
Yeah.
This was actually a jacket I got a couple of years ago for New Year's Eve, and I went to a drag show at the SF Symphony Hall. So hey, there you go. So at that, I will say,
happy 2020.
Happy 2020, and
this is the last show of the year, correct?
Jose, let's take our last step together. Thank you. I mean, there's been a lot of bullshit here in 2020.
Kirkland.
Yeah, get that label off here. I'm not paying them for a sponsorship. Okay? Until Kirkland, you know what? If Kirkland wants to sponsor us, that's fucking great. Yeah. I would love it if we're like, this show is sponsored by Kirkland. Spring water? Yeah.
This is hard seltzer.
Bootleg hard seltzer? Yeah. So,
Costco brand.
Here's to 2021. May you be a lot better than 2020. Hopefully we get fans back. Hopefully everyone gets vaccinated. Guys, get vaccinated. Wear your mask. Stay healthy. Stay 6 feet apart. And to then, I say, salute.
Salud.
Have a great day. Have a great night. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next year.
We'll see you next year.
Wait, are we done for 2020?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the date. January 3rd. January 3rd, 1999, Retro Sunday Night Heat.
That's right, 99. We're turning the clock.
We're turning the clock. We're going to party like it's 1999 next week. So, guys, check us out next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at CWR415. That's only on Twitter, though. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Facebook, follow us at City Wrestling Radio. We'll see you later. I'm going to pass out in my bed with the shack still on. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.
And